So as you can hear that I was kind of playing around with some splits on the keyboard. Now I had, in this particular example, I had two internal sounds that are on this region of the keyboard that are layered on top of each other. And I was kind of bringing them in, at random. For instance, I have this cool piano sound, this beautifully clear piano sound. I'm just kind of jamming on these textures. And then I thought it would be nice to engage another one of the 8 zones and bring in this really nice wide pad. And it just really gives a nice bottom end to it. Now, I have some external zones that I'm triggering as well. Now, I have one of the zones set over here on zone 5, and that's actually going out to my computer that's triggering some VST stuff in main stage. So, and I have that up at this end of the keyboard. Now, here's a unique thing. I have the piano, the internal piano, the whole range of the keyboard, and that pad sound that's here on the whole range of the keyboard. But in this particular instance, I'm going to trigger only the VST in the upper range of the keyboard. So I'm going to, from main stage, I'm going to trigger up here. And having the piano up there with it also gives some nice attack to the sound, and it also really identifies the tonality, the melody, the melodic element, and it helps with, and it really helps the boys choir sound, because that sound has a very, very slow attack. So it's nice to have maybe something that has a sharp attack to really define things, and then the boys choir to really support that as well. Now, as you can hear, what's really nice, and this is where you start to become, very connected to this instrument, because it's so beautifully organic. You can kind of move as you wish with the sound. Like for instance, this sounds really full and big. The body's nice with this piano and pad on the bottom half, Maybe I'll add a little melodic element. And you see that I'm kind of changing the volume in real time, so I can get enough sort of emotion and dynamic out of it, right? So then I'll come back down here, and you still hear the layer of the piano and the pad, but now when I take the pad off, it kind of just sort of really dries it out. And it just becomes this very kind of something like you're like a very solitary moment, It's just very beautifully kind of delicate. Just wonderful textures. To learn more about the Roland RD-2000, feel free to contact the folks at Full Compass at fullcompass.com, or contact your Full Compass sales pro.